Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. Legendary producer Quincy Jones has passed away at the age of 91. Greetings, greetings, and salutations to all nations. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Rastafari Soldier, your favorite Jamaica. If you have not subscribed as yet to the Rastaman channel, I'm asking you to hit that red subscribe button. Give me a follow on TikTok. Don't you flip-flop. If you want to hear the truth, subscribe to Deeproots TV. It's with sadness that we're reporting that Quincy Jones has distinguished himself and he has passed away. Over 70-year career of music artistry, band leader, composer, and arrangement. The producer have left a legacy, and as his family and trust has written a note, tonight, with full broken heart, we must share the news of our father and brother Quincy Jones passing. And although this is an incredible loss to our family, we celebrate the great life and living that he lived and know that he will never be anyone like him. Jones' family said in a statement, he is truly one of the kind and he will be missed. We take comfort and immense pride in knowing that the love and joy that we knew, that he knew, he lived to accomplish it. He says that though his music and his boundaryless love for people, Quincy Jones' heart will beat eternally. Jones' immense in the entertainment community was so great that he went to a one-letter hand, Q. Bred in the world of jazz, Jones became one of pop's music's most formidable figure. He collected 6 of his 28 Grammy Awards for his 1990 album Back on the Block and was a 3-time Producer of the Year honoree. To many, he is probably best known for his production collaboration with Michael Jackson, which began in 1979 with the singer breakthrough solo album Off the Wall, which has sold an estimated 20 million copies. The chart-topping sequel Thriller 1982, for which Jones took Album of the Year honors plus Record of the Year trophy for the track Billie Jean, remained the best-selling album of all time with worldwide sales estimated to exceed 110 million. Jones went on to work with Jackson on his #1 album in 1987 release, Bad. In 1985, Jones made international headline and a producer of the United States for Africa's We Are the World, single devoted to the African famine relief. Jackson co-authored the song with Lionel Richie and led it all-star cast of vocalists. Jones was then the first African American to pen the score for a major motion picture. 1964, The Pawn Broke, and went on to receive 7 Oscar nominations for Best Original Score and Song. In 1995, he received the AMPAS Jean Herslot Humanitarian Award, another first for a black artist. He made his mark on television and executive producer for the 1990s NBC sitcom The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, which brought rapper Will Prince Smith, to prominence as an actor. In addition, in 2022, Robot of Bel-Air, the reboot of Bel-Air, he later executive produced the comedy Skin in the House and Mad TV, the 10-hour 1995 documentary history of rock and roll. In 2014 documentary Keep On Keeping On, and in 2023 adaptation of The Color Purple directed by Blitz Bosworth. Now Jones received a Tony Award nominee in 2006 and producer of the music adaptation for The Color Purple. In the publishing world, he founded the respected hip hop magazine Vibe, which spawned a TV spin off in 1979. The recognition of the vast array of cases and causes that which contributed to Jones was named Varieties, the Philanthropist of the Year in 2014. He was born Quincy the Light Jones Jr. in Chicago. He took up the trumpet. His principal instructed him to use his instrument as a boy. At the age of 10, his family moved to Seattle. There, as a novice musician, in 14, he met 17-year-old Ray Charles. By 18, after studying at the Berklee School of Music in Boston, Jones was touring with Lionel Hampton's big band in a trumpet section that included Art Farmer and Clifford Brown. In the early 50s, he honed his arrangement chops by writing chart for trumpeter Charles Terry, an important early mentor, Coates Bass, Dina Washington, and many others. He made his debut as a leader in 1953 in a Hackett co-led by drummer Roy Haynes. After serving as a band director in Dizzy Gillespie's State Department, sponsored big band and doing stints at ABC, Paramount, and Francis Barclay Record, Jones assembled an in-house orchestra at Mercury Record. Though a subsequent touring group collapsed financially, the associate led to a A&R position at Mercury. By 1964, Jones was a VP at the label, where he produced pop single Leslie Gore's major hit. In 1957-1960, he arranged a pair of Charles' finest album, The Genius of Ray Charles and Genius plus Soul Jazz. He received his first Grammy in 1964 for his arrangement of I Can't Stop Loving You, Charles' hit version of Don Gibson country tune. At the behest of Sidney Lumet, Jones wrote the score for the director's 1964 drama, The Pawnbroker. That assignment, the first for the black musician, was a thrill and led to a prestige composing job as such further in Cold Blood. Now, in The Heat of the Night, which featured a title song by Ray Charles, the Italian Bob and Coral, and Ted and Alice, and their gateway. In the mid-60s, Jones established a working relationship with Frank Sinatra. He arranged a pair of his album theme vocals with Count Basie's orchestra, It's Mighty as Well Being Swing, 1964, and live with Sinatra at the Sands. In 1969, Jones began profitable association as an artist with A&M Record, for which he recorded 9 studio albums. He repeated 3 Grammy. He reaped, 3 Grammy from this jazz pop work at the label. In 1974, the A&M album Body Heat became the highest charted set of his career, peaking at number 8 in 1977. He released an album of his soundtrack music for the top-rate ABC ministry Roots. On the label, it reached number 21 on the pop album chart, while Jones himself It's bias over the years as producers such as artists as for artists such as Aretha Franklin and brothers Johnson, George Benson, and Shaka Khan. It was his work with Michael Jackson that thrust him into the most rare field, into stardom of music industry. In 1978, Jones was working as music supervisor on director Lumet film adaptation of the Broadway hit The Wiz, featuring Jackson as the Scarecrow. While the picture was in production, Jackson, then newly single as a solo artist to Epic Records, sought Jones' advice about potentially producing for his upcoming album. After surprising the singer with a list of prospects, Jones was enlisted by Jackson for the job. The phenomenal decade long Jones Jackson partnership resulted in three multi platinum albums, including the unprecedented and still unequivalent worldwide smash Thriller, 18 top 10 pop hits, including 10 number one singles, and 4 Grammy Awards for Jones. At the apex of Jackson's popularity in January 1985, Jones recorded We Are the World with cast of soloists that also included Stevie Wonder, Bruce Springsteen, Bob Dylan, Willie Nelson, Diana Ross, and Ray Charles. The benefit singles sold an estimate 20 million copies worldwide and added an additional 3 Grammy, including one for Record of the Year and Jones' resume. In 1980, Jones funded Quest Record at joint venture with Warner Brother Records. The imprint released that Jones penned soundtrack for Steven Spielberg, The Color Purple, and signed such artists as George Benson, Tevin Campbell, New Order, and briefly Sinatra, whose 1984 album LA Is My Lady was arranged by Jones, but its chief executive became its most prominent act. Jones in 1989 Quest album Black on Block, Back on the Block, an all-star affair pairing Jones with legends like Miles Davis, Ella Fitzgerald, Sarah Vaughan, Ray Charles, and young bloods like Ice-T and Big Daddy Kane, captured a bounty of Grammy and peaked at number 9 on the US album chart. In 1993, Warner Brothers released Miles and Quincy live at Montreux. In 1991, live set by trumpeter Davis and Jones from the Tilcheral Jazz Festival in France, and which Davis revisited composition originally organized in the 1950s by Gil Evans. It proved to be the jazz legend finally recorded, receiving a Grammy in 1994. Jones' later days solo reveals and releases were Q's Jock Jones 1995 and Q solo Bossa Nostra in 2010. The former features the host of seasoned R&B and jazz vet, young hip-hop stars, and even a guest shot by Marlon Brando. The later album comprised new recording of material associated with Jones, including appearance by such diverse artists as Jennifer Hudson, Amy Winehouse, Usher, Snoop Dogg, Wyclef Jean, and 3-6 Mafia, in addition to appearing on the Weekend 2022 album Dawn FM, and is the music video for Travis Scott and Young Thug song. Out west, Jones has only surpassed certain levels of production or performance as an artist. Up on the release, his self-titled 2018 documentary, Jones, collaborated with producer Mark Ronson and vocal Chaka Khan on the accompanying single Keep Reaching. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the article that I'm reading here is from Vanity. And, you know, it's an interesting article because Jones has such a long career. And he was married and divorced 3 times. He survived by his 6 daughters and 1 son. And I'm gonna make you know, say, boy, Quincy is a man who put in some work. But what is worth? That industry, I've heard a lot of things that he made a lot of people hurt. Leave your comment, R.I.P. Quincy Jones. Yeah, me hear say him did a wibble also. Yeah, wobble. Yeah, Quincy Jones dead at 91. He had a long, successful life. Everyone's looking for one. More life and more joy. R.I.P. Quincy. Legendary producer. Yeah, in America.
So from them mix with the fire, them have to mix with the lightning. Them mix with the lightning, them have to mix with the thunder. Them mix with the thunder, them got to mix with the world. And they so black people I put the wicked them under. Hey Babylon, me see them a fret and them a wonder. Who flashy like them and who roll the thunder. Deeproots flashy like them and him roll the thunder. Babylon, me see that them a panda. Look how much of the youth them well them fret and kill, look how much them put under. How much of the youth them well them send a dove cut ya. Where Babylon the fire burn no longer. Babylon Deeproots full of say you can't turn ya. Fire key, Rastaman and a real fire key. Whoa, fire key, Rastafari soldier and fire key. Yeah, balang bang,
Pick up Deeproots TV. Respect, make sure to tune in. We are every time.